Hi BookTube friends, my name's Nadine, welcome to my channel. I hope the light's okay for you here. So where I am in England it has rained a lot, so it rained constantly all day yesterday, all the night before, all last night, and it is forecast to carry on until at least tomorrow morning, so it's quite grey here. It's been relentless and parts of the road in my village are starting to flood already, so that's a lot of fun. But I have some lovely autumnal things to show you. So first off then there's books. So there's one charity shop pickup. There is one pickup from the little free library. There are books that I actually bought at a bookshop full price, which for me is like unheard of. Not because I don't think it's worth it, but just because I'm poor. A book that I ordered online and one that I got from a show. So I've got those to show you, and then I've just got some like other little autumnal bits and bobs, like some things for the house and crafty bits. So let's get on with it. So first off then, the charity shop pickup. I couldn't resist this because, oh, the cover is so beautiful. And it's God Killer by Hannah Kaner. Look at that, how stunning is this? And then look at the end papers. I mean, that is just gorgeous. And let's hope, does it have a map? Is there going to be a map? Let's see. Of course there's a map. Sometimes you just know, don't you? Sometimes that there's going to be a map. So yeah, this beautiful book. So it says, "You are not welcome here, God Killer. Kissen's family were killed by zealots of a fire god. Now she makes a living killing gods and enjoys it. That is, until she finds a god she cannot kill. Skadi, a god of white lies, has somehow bound himself to a young noble, and they are both on the run from unknown assassins. Joined by a disillusioned knight on a secret quest, they must travel to the ruined city of Blenradam, where the last of the wild gods reside, to each beg a favour. Pursued by demons and in the midst of burgeoning civil war, they will all face a reckoning. Something is rotting at the heart of the kingdom, and only they can be the ones to stop it." So, is it just me? It feels a little Wizard of Ozzy to me, but you know, obviously a bit more grown up and with more fantasy vibes. So yeah, that sounds really cool. Next then is a pickup from the free library. And it's a Nora Roberts, Undercurrents. So this one says, "The perfect facade can hide dark undercurrents. From the outside, the house in Lakeview Terrace looks perfect, and the Bigelows seem like the perfect family. But the perfect facade hides dark undercurrents. Teenager Zane and his younger sister Britt are terrorised by their violent father until one dark, brutal night when their father's temper takes a horrifying turn for the worse. Over time, Zane moves on and builds a new life for himself, but a childhood like that can cast a shadow the length of a lifetime. Can Zane ever really be free of his past? Or could those dark undercurrents rise back to the surface, forcing Zane to fight for his life once again?" So, yeah, that sounds like it could be, well, it sounds like it's got some quite dark themes in it. So I'm looking forward to reading that. I've read a few Nora Roberts, not a lot. But the ones that I have read, I enjoyed. And again, it's got quite a nice cover. So yes, interesting. Next then are the ones that I bought from a shop. And I just couldn't resist. So as soon as I saw this on the shelves, I thought absolutely, there was no question I was going to buy it. And then that kind of opened the floodgates a bit. So there's 4. So the one that I absolutely could not resist was this, The House of Last Resort by Christopher Golden. And this sounds perfect for spooky season. So this one says, "Moving to the half-ruined Italian town of Bacina feels like a romantic adventure for American couple Tommy and Katie Puglisi. But from the moment they move in, they feel a shadow has fallen on them. Their home was owned for generations by the church, but the real secret is what the priests did in the house all those years, and how many people died in the strange chapel inside. While down in the catacombs beneath Bacini, something stirs. So this sounds really, really creepy. I'm so looking forward to that. Next is a Stephen King, Holly. So this says Bonnie Doll is missing. Holly Gibney of the Finders Keepers Detective Agency is meant to be on leave, but she finds it impossible to turn down Bonnie's mother's desperate request for help. Then she discovers a single earring close to the location of Bonnie's abandoned bike. Mere blocks from where Bonnie Doll disappeared live Professors Rodney and Emily Harris. They are the picture of bourgeois respectability. Semi-retired lifelong academics, but they are harbouring a savage secret in the basement of their book-lined home. So yes. It was going to take me a while to get to this because I'm trying to get through my Stephen Kings in the order that they were written, or that they were published. However, I've had quite the break from doing that, so I'm really, really far behind. I might have to jump ahead and read some of the newer ones before I go back and start rereading the old ones again. That's something to consider. Next is The Witching Hour by Sid Moore. Look at that, that looks great. 2 centuries separate them, one house will bring them together. After relocating to a coastal town, widowed teacher Sarah Gray is slowly rebuilding her life, along with her young son Alfie. But following in an inadvertent seance one drunken night, her world is shaken when she starts to experience frightening visions. She tries to explain them away, but Alfie sees them too, and Sarah believes that they have become the targets of a haunting attack. Convinced that the ghost is that of a 19th century witch, Sarah delves into local folklore and learns that the witch was thought to have been evil incarnate. And when a series of old letters surface, Sarah discovers that nothing is as it seems, not even the ghost who haunts her very home. So yeah, again, perfect for spooky season. And then I chose this, which honestly, it was mainly a cover buy, but it just looked really light and fun. And it's Morbidly Yours by Ivy Fairbanks. It's got the sort of pink edges as well. So this one, he has to marry by his 35th birthday. She's sworn off love. Painfully shy Callum Flannelly would rather dive into an open grave than take a stranger to dinner, but he can only inherit the family undertaking business under one condition: he must marry before his 35th birthday. Lark Thompson moved to Galway Island to restart her life and career, not be reminded of losing her husband by moving in next to a funeral home. But when she learns of Callum's dilemma, Lark's certain that she can help him find the one. As the dating project progresses and Lark spends more time with straight-laced, sarcastic Callum, he starts to crack the ice around her grieving heart, and the more joy that vivacious Lark brings to Callum's grey existence, the less he can imagine letting her go. So yeah, I thought that sounds cute. So next then, I'm online, I ordered this, and that is The Walking Dead book 12. I've been collecting these ones for a while. I think you can see them just sort of there. So yeah, I'm looking forward to continuing with that. So I love The Walking Dead. I love the shows. I love the comics. So I'm so happy to have this. And perfect timing as well with the 2nd season of Daryl just starting. The Daryl Dixon one, which I'm not loving as much. I'm not loving it as much as I hoped that I would, because I love Daryl as a character, but I thought the show was a bit stupid. Yeah, it wasn't quite what I wanted. But you know, let's hope. Season 2, I live in hope. And we've got Carol back, so that's nice. Although how she gets to France and manages to find Daryl is beyond me. Anyway, enough Walking Dead. I then went to see a comedy show. It was Dawn French. I love Dawn French. I've loved Dawn French and French and Saunders since I was little. I used to stop up late on a Friday night to watch their show, and then Vicar of Dibley and all those. Oh, yeah, she is absolutely one of my favourites. And so when she was coming to the city nearby, my husband bought me tickets. And yeah, the show is called sorry for the language, Dawn French is a huge twat. And so while we were there, he bought me this tote, which says what utter twattery. Yeah, and then this book, Dawn French, The Twat Files, A Life of Mistakes, No Regrets, and it is signed as well. And so this has loads of the sort of stories that she told in her show about all the stupid things that she's done over the years, and all the times that she's behaved like one of these. And so yeah, it's quite nice to hear about us people that are quite successful being not so smart at times. It's nice to know that you're not the only one that does stupid things. So yeah, that was a fun night. So that is it for the books. Next then, I got these sweets. So we're just going on to autumn themed things now. So if you were just here for books, and you're released, you're free. But I got some other autumnal bits and bobs because I thought it would be really nice to sort of stock up a little. So I bought 3 packs of these, one for me and one for each of my children for when they're off during the autumn half-term holidays, which is in a few weeks. And these are pumpkin mallows and gummies. I don't know if you can see those, and in the shape of pumpkins. I don't know what they taste like. I don't know if they're pumpkin flavoured or not. But yeah, they look nice, and I thought I would put a few aside for the kids as well. So there's those. And then for like the air freshener, the plug-in ones, I got this, which is Mrs. Hinch one, Cozy Season. And then I've got the most delightful mug. So this is the second one of these that I've bought because my son broke the first one, which I'm drinking from the remains at the moment. But look at this, it's so cute. So yeah, it's an acorn, and it's so lovely. I'm in love with these mugs, and they're really nice to drink from. They hold loads and loads of liquid, and then you can pop the lid on and it keeps your drink warm. So yeah, that's really nice. Hot chocolate in these, beautiful. And then I got this candle, the sort of acorny theme one, and it smells like, I think it's supposed to be spiced apple. Yeah, I think so. Spiced woods. So this is what it would smell like if you spiced some woods. So that's nice to know. It smells delicious. And then my daughter was wanting to do some baking. She wants to bake some shortbread. Well, she wants to bake some shortbread in an Anglo-Saxon recipe that we found online, and they're called Hallstones. So we will see. We'll see what that turns out like. I might do that with her tonight actually, because we're not going to be playing at the park after school with this weather, so I might do that with her later. But I thought it would be fun to get these sort of cutters and sort of shape thingies. What are they called? The imprinty thingies, you know, those pumpkin-y ones, and they've got all like different eyes and mouths and stuff, so you could decorate them differently. So I thought that would be fun. And then I got this mulled wine spice, which I'm going to use. I'm going to put some either cider or apple juice in the slow cooker with this mulled wine spice, and I think that will be delicious. I'm saving that for Halloween night because we go trick-or-treating for hours and hours and hours, and it's cold and usually raining, and so that will be really nice to come home to. And then finally I got some crafty things. Oh, but also I did get, this isn't me, this is my daughter, this is what I live with. So this bag is full of conkers because she's obsessed. We have to go for why are there hair clips in here? We have to go for so many walks to get conkers, loads of conkers. flowers. So I'm thinking of doing some crafts with those over October. I do have a wreath that has seen better days, so I was thinking about taking off all of the things on there and maybe using hot glue gun and doing a conker wreath with those. That might be a possibility. But then also sort of getting some paints, and my kids can sort of do hedgehogs and things, I don't know. Bits and bobs like that. Should keep them busy. But then I got myself some crafty things because I've always wanted to learn to cross stitch. And I thought, okay, I'm going to do it whilst they're off during the October half term. I generally try not to work too much when the kids are off, so it would be a perfect time. So I got this one. Apparently these are good for beginners. So I've got this pumpkin spice latte one. And then I got this one, which is mushrooms and pumpkins. So watch this space. I might be a cross stitch genius and we just didn't know it. So that is everything that I've got to show you. I hope you stuck around for the whole thing. If you did, please consider you know, liking the video, and comment down below, and we'll have a little chat. Tell me what you think of these bits and bobs that I've picked up, and if there's anything else that you think I ought to get for a perfect cozy autumn, I would love to know. And I'll catch you guys next time. Bye!